Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the Lime Sports World. FIFA has mandated a forensic audit into the financial affairs of the Barbados Football Association. A reliable source has confirmed to CBC Sports that FIFA is investigating the two-year period of 2010 to 2012, during which it's being alleged that funds had not been properly disbursed. At the BFA's annual general meeting last year, the then newly elected president, Randy Harris, indicated that his executive had taken over an association that was in dire financial straits. The FIFA Gold Project, which had been off and on for about 8 years, was one of the main sources of FIFA's concern. Last year, Harris was invited to a meeting in Zurich where he had to give an update on the controversial project. On the local front, it had also been revealed that the BFA had made a report to the fraud department of the Royal Barbados Police Force regarding certain financial irregularities. Harris has asked 5 members of the council for their resignations. If any financial irregularities are confirmed after this forensic audit, the BFA could face sanctions ranging from the repayment of fees to suspension. Day 1 of the finals of the National Sports Council's Inter-Parish Road Tennis competition served off just a few moments ago at Springer Memorial. Tonight's matches will feature the veterans, juniors and women's categories. Our very own Damien Best is live in Government Hill to give us an update. Good evening, Damien. What's happening?
Well, very good evening to you, Shane. And, well, we've not gotten underway just as yet. We're just awaiting the completion of the CBC Evening News. And we're going to begin around 8:04 this evening for the action, and it will begin with the juniors, and then we'll have action in the ladies, then the veterans. So it's going to be pretty much a very exciting evening. This is, of course, day 1. Day 2 also promises to be equally as competitive. We've got the likes of Julian Michael Jackson White and others to come. That's in the A category and B as well. But tonight is the focus on the juniors, the veterans, and of course we're going to have the ladies. Now, first up, we're going to have the juniors on court, and they're just about warming up. Ezekiel Ward and company. So it's going to be St. Michael versus Christchurch in the juniors, and then we're going to have St. George versus St. Michael in the ladies. So it's all going to be happening this evening at the Springer Memorial School. It's been a beautiful evening so far. We've got all the plans are in place. The seating is here. People have started to file into the venue, and we're hoping for much of the excitement to happen in just a few moments or so as we get everything underway. And we're going to have a presentation as well during this broadcast. We're going to have the acting director of sports, Neil Murrow, is going to be leading us off this evening, and so much more to come. The Minister of Sport is going to be here as well. So it's all happening here at the Spring Memorial School. So you want to stay tuned to CBC TV8 just after the news for live coverage. You won't want to miss it.
Thanks a lot, Damien. Have fun. Remember, you can watch the action live on CBC TV8 from 8:02 tonight. We versus them. That's what England's limited overs tour of the Caribbean is being dubbed. And this morning at Kensington Oval, it was revealed that Barbados' very own Banks Beer is the official beer partner for West Indies versus England 2014.
There will be 3 ODIs and 3 T20s when the English come. But I'll tell you what, there will also be a lot of Banks Beer. The WICB's CEO, Michael Muirhead, said the timing could not be better.
I'm delighted to be able to say, you know, we have, since last year, have accelerated and have brought many sponsors on board for the many events that we have been putting on in the West Indies. So Banks coming to the fore is one that is in line with what has been happening in the past. And it is expected that much more will happen, or we will have much more sponsorship in the future.
Chief Commercial Officer at Banks Holdings Limited, Ray Chiatel, believes it's a continuation of a great partnership.
We know in the years when the Barmy Armies used to come to the Caribbean, we know what we offered, we know what cricket meant to our visiting guests. And we would like to think that with what West Indies Cricket Board have rolled out with the we versus them, we believe that what we do at the Banks Holdings Group fits like a glove into this campaign.
The Barbados leg of the tour will see the staging of 3 T20s on March 9th, 11th and 13th. And the Banks will have something special in store.
We can't tip our hand as to what we'll be doing. But what I can say is that we do have quite a few promotions planned in the run-up to the cricket, both in Antigua as well as in Barbados. And that obviously will be some on-air promotions, some promotions in the actual sort of watering holes that we have, where consumers will be able to win some tickets and to come and enjoy the cricket.
Now the sponsorship deal is undisclosed, but it is understood to be a substantial amount.
Well, at that same media conference, the WICB CEO expressed his disappointment at the West Indies' recent performances in India and New Zealand, adding that the matter would be addressed.
In this regard, we are going to be debriefing the team members when they come, and the team, I mean the management team and the captains. And we have a series of plans that we are putting in place to ensure that West Indies cricket will thrive and survive in years to come. And it cannot be only at the elite level, it's a developmental level that we have to be really treating with much of what we have to do. And with the advent of our new Director of Cricket, Mr. Richard Pybus, he has really evaluated what is at stake and what is needed to be done.
They were the champions for the last 3 years, and today at the Hillaby Turners Hall Primary School Sports, Greenhouse captured their 4th straight title by the slimmest of margins. They amassed 510, beating Red House by just 1 point. Yellow House ended 3rd on 469, with Blue 4th on 452. Marcia Boyce was at the National Stadium.
We begin with the Open Girls 600 meters. This one gets off to a quick start. And heading into the bell lap, it's Khadija King of Red House who takes charge. But not for long, as she's tracked down by the Greenhouse twin towers of Anique Leacock and Kalia Fagan-Ellis. Into the final 100 meters, and it's Leacock who kicks for home. She wins ahead of Fagan-Ellis, completing the 1-2 for the defending champions. King is 3rd. Now to the boys' Open 800 meters. Approaching the final lap, it's Ahmad Roach of green and Marco Whittington of yellow battling for the lead. With about 200 meters to go, Savad Watson of red and Kishane Thomas of yellow surge ahead. But Roach still has something left in the tank. Here he comes into the final straightaway and heading for home, looking for that second victory for Greenhouse. But Thomas isn't giving up and pushes him right to the line. Thomas gets the win ahead of Roach and Watson. Sprint action now, the under-7 girls 50 meters. And out of the center of the track, she's in her school uniform, but it didn't matter. Tyra Boyce winning for Greenhouse ahead of Renisha Gaskin of red and Samia Buckley of yellow. Under-7 boys 50 meters. This looks like a close one at first, but Tevon Gemmont of green pulls away to win ahead of Jacoby Thompson and Jonathan Clark, both of Yellow House. Moving up an age group into a longer distance. Under-9 girls 80 meters. Out in lane number 1, it's Tyresha Griffith of Red House. She holds off the Blue House pair of Ebony Seeley and Zakari Kalman. Could Red House do it again in the under-9 boys 80 meters? Kimani Maynard pumping hard in lane number 6, but on his inside comes Shaquem Johnson to get the first win for Blue House. Maynard is 2nd and Kishon King of Green 3rd. Marcia Boyce, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Marcia. Well, Tarisha Griffith of Red House was Victrix Ludorum with 50 points, while Jaden Howell of Blue was the Victor Ludorum with 34. England are still awaiting their first win down under. They came close in today's second one-day international, but in the end, Australia squeezed out a thrilling 1-wicket victory in the final over. Owen Morgan scored 106 as England made 300 for 8 off their 50 overs. Ian Bell added 68. Chasing 301 to win, the Aussies found themselves still needing 57 runs from 36 deliveries with just 1 wicket in hand. But James Faulkner secured the victory, ending unbeaten on 69. Sean Marsh earlier made 55 and Glenn Maxwell 54. Christopher Jordan took 2 for 53.